Right, and we're live. Good morning. So if I'm looking over this way, it's because I'm looking over at Instagram. So hey, over there on IG. And if I'm looking over here, then I am over on our Catalyst Facebook page, our Catalyst LinkedIn page, and also our YouTube channel too. And I am here today to share a bit about me. So Sarah and I have been talking about how we have been sharing so much about what we do, about supervision, about coaching, about the collective. And we thought, hey, it's about time we started talking a little bit more about what we do and who we are. So for those people that are just stumbling across me today and you have no idea who Sarah is or myself, I will give you a little brief introduction and then I will dive straight into unashamedly talking a bit about myself. How does that sound? Does that sound good? So if you're watching me and you're joining, give me a hey in the comments. And if you're watching this on the replay, give me a hashtag replay. And I can just ask kindly to Leonora, who is our community manager, if that Leonora can kindly share this from our LinkedIn page over to my personal profile. That would be really, really appreciated. So my name is Rebecca Daniel. I am the co-founder of the Coaching Catalysts alongside my lovely business partner and friend and fellow peer, Sarah Bramall. We're both ICF accredited coaches, so that's accredited with the International Coaching Federation. We are both coach trainers for lead coach training organizations, and we are both coach supervisors as well. And together what we do is we work with professionals, we work with coaches, whether they're using coaching skills in their business, in their work, in their career, whether they're a qualified full-time coach. We work with coaches and professionals to help them to elevate their coaching practice through coaching, through supervision, through training. We also work with professionals, helping them to prioritize their well-being, helping them to develop their mindset, and helping them to enhance their communication. So fundamentally, that they could live a happy, healthy, and fulfilling life. And we absolutely love what we do in the Catalysts. We have a collective of coaches in our supervision service from various backgrounds, various demographics, all looking to develop their coaching practice ethically, look after their well-being, so fundamentally they can give the best coaching service to their clients. And prior to entering into the Coaching Catalyst, Sarah and I are both former teachers, both former secondary qualified teachers, both teachers and leaders in education. And we stepped out of the classroom into professional coaching almost about 6 years ago now, I would say. And I'll talk to you a bit more about my background, what led me here, and just the things that I love and I enjoy, so that you can just get a bit of a feel for who I am. And I think that's the most important thing when we're on social media, to add the social aspect to social media. Otherwise, what's the point, right? So prior to becoming a teacher, I have a degree in journalism. So I worked in TV, print, and radio broadcast for a few years before entering into the education sector, which I absolutely loved. I worked in an all boys school. I'm based in Kent, which is in the UK, south of the UK, if anyone is not too sure where that is. And I absolutely loved teaching. And I still do, which is why I'm a trainer today. I love educating. I really do value personal and professional development. And what I loved about the education sector and teaching was that no day ever felt the same. And I also loved following and being part of a person's growth, whether that's personal or professional, academic or not. So I decided to enter into coaching after receiving coaching myself at school when I was employed. And I was involved in coaching triads, which is where you have 3 coaches or peers together and supporting each other. And I was always the type of person that would be quite abrupt, right? I would get on my email sometimes if something had annoyed me. And I had a really, really wonderful male leader in the school who said to me, "What could you do instead?" And it was that question alone that empowered me to realize that actually I had autonomy, I had choice, I had power. And so instead of me sending quick emails just because I was quite agitated at the time, I decided to draft the emails or type them, but save them in my drafts, in my outbox, or send them to somebody else instead. And it was just that small change that I decided that I was no longer going to be impacted by whatever was going on around me. And it was that made me realize that I could embed that within my practice, within my teaching. And actually, a lot of coaches that I come across nowadays say that they've been coaching for many years without even realizing they were coaching. And I think that was very much the same. I used to support trainees, schools direct, teacher trainees. I used to go to other schools to support them as well in their literacy development to raise attainment and performance. And so as a mentor, I was embedding coaching skills within that, but I didn't really know what that was at the time. And it wasn't until years later that they introduced coaching tries that I realized what that was. Hey, London Branding Photos, thanks for joining me over on Instagram. So it was that moment that I decided to transition out of the classroom. I had another business at the time, which was providing literacy support for disadvantaged young people. And it was that allowed me in my master's dissertation to think about how we can focus on really shining a light on competencies and behaviors, so skills and behaviors to raise attainment, to raise performance, to increase performance. And so that's what I did my dissertation on for my master's in education. And it was that moment that I was like, this is what I want to do. Like I knew this is what I wanted to do. So I trained as a coach. I've also retrained as a coach since leaving the education sector. And now what I do is I work as a coach trainer. So I train others to be accredited coaches or train others to be CPD certified in their field of what they do. I also now am a coach supervisor. So I support people, I support coaches or people that are using coaching skills in their business or their work through supervision, which I absolutely love. I didn't realize that I loved it as much as I do coaching until I really formally trained to be a supervisor. But yeah, it's one thing that I really do love. I love the diversity of it. I love the fact that it's not goal focused, but obviously I see the benefits that coaching can bring too. So I love that I have the option to dip into both. And that's the beauty of the work that I do. And as the catalyst, obviously, we provide supervision within our collective. Alongside Sarah, we also support businesses and organizations through our corporate training. So we deliver training on mindset, on well-being, on communication. And we've worked with some incredible organizations over the last few years of working together. And outside of the catalysts, I am an associate coach for a not-for-profit organization that supports neurodivergent individuals. And we provide training and coaching for them as well and for their organization. And I really do enjoy working with that group of individuals. Just because when I was within the education sector, I really could see that there was a lot of barriers to the young people that were neurodiverse. And now working with them in adulthood, I can really see how we can change that. But I also can see how life can really evolve and they can find their way and just do the most gloriously wonderful things with their lives. So I absolutely love that. So in addition to being a qualified coach, trainer, supervisor, I also have qualifications in DISC, personality and behavior practitioning, as well as NLP, so neuro linguistic programming. And I'm also a mental health first aider. And I have always still continued to dip my toe in the education sector because I'm still very passionate about our education sector. If we don't have teachers and educators, then what's going to happen to our country, right? Or our world? So I'm a fellow of the Chartered College of Teaching, and I still do get involved in related activities that support the educators, support teachers, support leaders, support students so that they can also thrive. So that's my professional background. Personally, I am a mother to two gorgeous little humans. I have a 6-year-old and I have a 1-year-old who has just started to learn to walk. And it was actually my daughter, my 6-year-old, who was the catalyst for me actually stepping out of the classroom into teaching so that I could be more present for her as the mother that I wanted to be, the parent that I wanted to be, the parent I envisioned, sorry. And yeah, I really wanted to have more freedom, but also still be able to thrive in my career. I still wanted to work and I still wanted to excel. And I have no guilt, no shame about that. I know that that's a difficult thing for some people, but yeah, I think if I can be the best version of myself for me and be the happiest version of myself for me, then I can be the happiest and best version of myself for them. And so I continue to strive every day for myself, but also for them. So I live in Kent and I am partner to Martin, and he works from home. So he often hears me going live and has no idea what I'm doing after all these years. He still thinks I'm talking to myself in my office. And in my spare time, when I am not with my little humans, I love traveling, absolutely love exploring different countries, different cultures, people, traditions. It's one of my real passions, and it's something that now post pandemic I'm really going to look to embedding that into our family routine, because I think it's something really incredible for my kids and for young kids to experience as well, so that they know that there's more than their local community. There's a wider community out there. I also love going to the theatre. I love movies. I'm a big Marvel and DC fan. So you will always see me trying to get to the cinema. I say trying now because of childcare, but trying to get to the cinema when there are new releases out. Absolutely love action films. And I am a hater of horror films. I just can't. I can't deal with horror. Thriller, borderline, but I can't really deal with horror either. So I think that's a bit about me. I don't know any more questions that anyone has, but yeah, if you are watching this on live, let me know if you've got any questions for me. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know a bit about you. Like, where are you from? What do you enjoy, not enjoy? Tell me a bit about your background as well. And before I wrap this up, I also wanted to invite you all to our free coaching and supervision experience next week. And it's primarily designed for those who are coaches, who are using coaching skills in their business or their work. But also, actually, I would invite non-coaches to this too, because I think it will give you a bit of a taster about what coaching is, what it isn't, what supervision is, what it isn't. And it'll be a great way for you to meet other people in the industry and the sector as well. Hey, Daniela, thanks for joining. So it's next week. It runs on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. On Monday to Wednesday, it's 10 to 10:45, and it is over on Zoom. On Thursday the 14th at 1 p.m, there is a masterclass which is all about helping you to make a change to elevate your coaching practice. And we are so excited. So far, I think we've had about 50 registrations up until this point, and we only released it yesterday morning or Monday morning. So feel free to continue to share this experience with your coaching buddies, with your coaching colleagues, because the more the merrier. The bigger the community that we can create, the more support that we can create as well. So how you can register for this free experience is you can go into the link in the IG bio and click on the experience link there. Or over on Facebook and LinkedIn, you can click on the link that I'm going to pop in the comments, but it's also on the screen as well. So it's bit.ly/supervision workshops. And I look forward to seeing as many of you there as possible. Daniela has said, hey, Rebecca, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you, Daniela. So I think that's it for me from now. That's 15 minutes of talking about myself. I am pretty chuffed with that. It's very hard for people to talk about themselves. So we've been practicing, and practice makes perfect. So we've got a bit more work to do. But yeah, it's a good start today. So thank you very much for joining me live. Catch this back on the replay if you can. And have a lovely, lovely rest of the week. And hopefully see you on Monday for our coaching and supervision free experience. See you soon.